rains and everything goes crazy, right? So what's good, family? All is well. It is October 4th. We officially in fall in LA. We are live in the city of Los Angeles, and this is the weekly tap in. I'm Dwayne Cofield, your host of Drug Dealers to Businessmen podcast, and this is the weekly tap in. It's good, family. First things first, we got to do, I know what I do, is I'll go ahead and hit that share button, tell my folks to tap in. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, all right. So what's good? As I said, it's raining out this way. Everybody's losing their mind. Everybody's in the house. Everybody's driving crazy, right? So we're gonna wait for a few more people to tap in before we get to there. But you guys already know the business. Go ahead, put your city where you repping from. If there's anything that you'd like for me to specifically focus on outside of what I'll be talking about today. Today we'll be talking about stop playing. Stop playing. Just go do it. Stop playing. We have to stop playing, homie. We play too much. We play around. We act like we got so many different chances with this stuff, homie. Come on. Let's talk about it. So go ahead, get your share on. Share, man, if you can. A lot of people have been off Facebook today, been off of Instagram today. So we'll see how that progresses. But yeah, today we're talking about stop playing, man. And playing means procrastination. And I'm gonna get right into it for those who are tapping in right now. Procrastination. That thing that stops us from achieving what we're supposed to achieve. That thing that stops us dead in our tracks. Why? Because it's easy to do, especially if there's no accountability. One of the things you'll hear in the industry is accountability partners, and it's such an important piece to your success. Is who's going to hold you accountable. It's not until we later in that journey towards our successful path that we realize that we need something to hold us accountable. Because if we don't, meaning that we don't tell someone in public, we don't write it down, we keep it all to ourselves, no one knows whether we failed or succeeded because we never let the cat out the bag. The brave person, the one who's really going to achieve that, whatever it is going to tell somebody. They're going to write it down in a journal. They're going to put it on a poster board, and they're going to put it somewhere where they constantly have to keep looking at it. Right? That's what I did with my goals. They're sitting in my my little man cave. My goals are sitting right there staring at me every time that I sit up there and say I'm about to binge on a series. Says, no, you're not. You're supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. And next thing you know, the magical thing about that is when you put that stuff on paper, it happens. It's magical, homie. It's next level, unbelievable type stuff to where it's like, I can't believe that this is really happening. So case in point, I was going to do this talking about strictly pull-ups. Here I am about to be 45 years old and I'm just getting my pull-up game up, right? This is bananas though. But it started off with me just setting that goal, saying I want to do pull-ups. Was anything pushing me towards it? Was I slacking in the bench? No, but I said if I really want to be strong, I need to do pull-ups, both kinds. And I'm kicking myself because when I was in the pen, I didn't do it. I just did dips. So I was a beast on the dip bar, but I never touched that pull-up bar. And a lot of the homies used to be on the pull-up bars, but I would never get in. I'm like, man, I'm on this dip bar. But I set out a goal to say, I want to do unassisted because I had this started off with these bands. You got to start off small. You got to start off humble. That's the thing about a goal. Everybody thinks, man, they look at everybody in their advanced stages. And that's what they compare themselves to or feel like they got to achieve that level. Man, you got to start small, homie. Start small with little itty bitty steps. The name of the game is starting because most people won't even start. They want to play around. Start something, homie. You got to start something low. You low key got to finish it or not. But if you start something, right, just start it small. Pull-ups. Just start with that. But it made me upper body strong. And I started off doing I had I bought a band set from Amazon. I started off with the heaviest one, which is the green one, which assists you the most. Actually, I started off in the gym with the pull-up assist machine. I used to be struggling. It's females in there, it's homies in there, and I still had to struggle. So you got to embarrass yourself, dog, and be okay with embarrassing yourself if you want to succeed. Because sometimes the problem where a lot of people won't make a move is because they're so worried about what somebody else is getting ready to say. What are they going to think, right? We come to social pressure, right? We succumb to social pressure. where we're not necessarily focused on what it's really how it's gonna benefit us. But these small steps, like me embarrassing myself in the gym on a pull-up bar. But now I'll tell you what, today I went to the park, I brought both my bands and didn't need them. You dig that? I didn't need them. So I got 7 sets unassisted, just a straight grind. And that's just setting a goal. That's just pull-ups. You could say whatever you want to say. Like I do the same thing with my Lakers challenge on push-ups. These are small steps. You got to take one step towards your goal. You have to. Small steps though. And just know it over time, you're going to get there. Over time, you will achieve what you're supposed to achieve if you stay consistent. I always talk about consistency. How hard is it to stay consistent? It is damn near impossible, right? Because there's so many different distractions. You can stay consistent in jail, right? That's easy to stay consistent in the pen. You feel what I'm saying? What's going on, Cuzzo? I see you. But that's the thing. You could stay consistent in there because there's no peer pressure. You could stay drug free and alcohol free in there because there's no peer pressure. It's when you come out, when you're around all this stuff, right? The procrastination. You see cats come on from the pen, they in tip top shape, minds are clean. Hey, homie, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. They looking good. 2-3 weeks, they looking cool still. Okay, you still running around, hopping around. You feel like you can dunk on somebody. Couple of months, damn, homie, you stop working out. Yeah. And that's because there's nobody applying any pressure on, right? When you're in jail, everybody in there is working out or not. Right? And then when it pops, you can tell who was working out or not, right? But that's everybody's doing that, right? So you succumb to that peer pressure. So there's a thing called positive peer pressure and negative peer pressure. Which one are you the victim of, right? Because when you're a victim of positive peer pressure, then you feel like you got to constantly step your game up, right? And not in the sense to where it makes you feel inadequate, but in a sense to where you're saying, okay, I know I need to, okay, that's the next move. Okay, cool. Oh, that where I should be? Okay, cool. That's that positive peer pressure. I just shared an event. Will Smith coming to LA. No, I didn't see anybody share it. So I shared it and I said, hopefully I see somebody there. Within maybe about a week, couple of days later, the homegirl said, oh, me and my dude gonna be there. That's positive peer pressure. When you spread positive messages about things that are going to benefit everybody, right? You don't keep them tucked. What's up? Oh, don't trip, baby. Yeah, man, I'm 15 minutes late, family. So don't trip. It was bad. And I had to work on my technology and so forth and so on. But I appreciate you tapping in from the ATL, Samuel. Appreciate that, brother. I know where you at. You ain't even got to put it in the comments. I know where you at, homie. But yeah, and that's I think, part of growth is understanding things, right? It's just putting things in perspective of how do I accomplish goals? And you start to slowly but surely set up and master goals over and over again. But you have to start, right? Positive peer pressure is one of them. You got to surround yourself with the right type of people who are going to make you feel good about decisions you're making or are going to say, hey, what about this? I love for some people to suggest, hey, we play tennis. Okay, tap in, Shavante. It's all good. The thing about it is, like, if somebody wants to play tennis or couples, hey, we about to go play tennis. You guys play tennis? Cool. We meet at this time. We're going hiking. We're going jogging. We're going biking. Right? All positive things. You can get that positive influence, right? Or you can get around the people that like to complain about things, who find a negative in everything. Homie, well, when they just constantly complaining, then you walk away from them feeling some type of way, right? And that's not motivated. You dig what I'm saying? So one of the things that we need to do is try to check ourselves about our surroundings, right? If we're going to be out there, if we're going to be around, if we're impressionable, right? And I always look at my kids and say, you're impressionable. Make sure you're around the right type of people that are suggesting books. People, I thought I had a lot of friends until I realized that we got to exchange stuff. Put me up on something. And I used to be kind of sour when I didn't get that reciprocal. But now I realize that, hey, maybe they don't have it. Maybe they didn't get that. Maybe they don't know what to look for in order to bring it back to the lab. Maybe they just don't. Right? And it takes the art and a constant repetition in order to develop a positive mindset. PMA, positive mental attitude. You have to have, what else is there? right? What else is there to do besides think positive about something? Thinking negative isn't going to give it any type of life. Oh, I'm just being a realist. Man, what is a realist? Right? A realist is somebody who wouldn't believe any of this stuff is possible. Speaking of Will Smith, you got to watch his interview with Tavis Smiley. When he was on PBS, Tavis Smiley interview, Will Smith, hands down, one of the best ones. And he talks about outrunning you. He was like, the difference between me and my competitor is if me and you are on a treadmill, I'm going to die before you outrun me. He said he'll die on the treadmill before you let him outrun you. Period. Right? This is why I bought that ticket. Me and my wife are going. But that's it. Think about that mindset. That I'm willing to die trying to beat you. That's how competitive I am. That's how deep my drive goes. And that's how I am, right? I'm a competitor by nature. I love to compete in every sense of the way, in everything. We just had that's why I'm sporting our Cheryl's Famous. Go ahead. Oh, did I mess that up? Hold up. Hold on. Oh, did I miss you guys? Hold up. No, where my camera went? There it goes. So we had an event this weekend. I was trying to show my chicken shirt. We had an event this weekend, man. For our first, it was called the Food, Wine, and Cigar Festival. First one. Homie, we had a line around the corner. Our first deal, like our first festival. And this started with an idea. This all started with, I'm not bragging. I'm not putting it out there to boast or anything like that. I'm saying, started with an idea, and then we bought some fryers. We started playing with the recipe. We started saying, we can cook good chicken too. We can compete too. And that's all I need is a chance. Right? If I'm in the pen, I don't have a chance. But when I'm on the streets, I have a chance. I can beat anybody if I have enough time and I have enough information. Right? Because my drive is there. That flicker, I already knew, homie. What's good? What's good? Yes, indeed. Work out, baby. I got mine in the pullouts, man. Come on, come with me, and that's what I try to do. I try to inspire, and I hope people do the same. Don't floss on anybody. Tell them how to make it. Tell them how to make the pie. Don't just say, man, look at my apple pie, isn't it banging? I'll tell them the ingredients, man. I use this easy ass recipe. Check this link out. So the one, you don't think it's impossible, right? Because if I did it, you can do it. And that's why I'm laying out the recipe for these businesses. I'm telling people, just start. Start with what you have. You should have saw my first hair flyer. It was horrendous, but it worked for what at the time, right? For what we were at that time, it worked. It got us to this point. Now we're almost 7, 8. This our 7th or 8th year. We're going on our 10th year and 2 more years, 10-year anniversary of delivering hair in LA. When people thought it was a bananas ass idea. Right? You can't trip off of what people are talking about. You got to stop playing and just do it. Stop playing. We don't have 2 lives. I keep telling people that stop playing as if you got spare lives. I got another one, dog. I'm gonna just get to that one on my second one. No, you're not. Get to it now. What else you gonna do? Stop playing. Life is not a game. We got to take it seriously. It's fun when you go out there and live and push it to the max. What else can I get out of life? How happy can I be? What else can I go try? Right? What haven't I become? I always wanted to be a chef. Low key. Now I'm finding my way through chicken. That's how life works, dog. Whatever seeds you planted or are planted early in life, they sprout. They just might be on some bamboo shit where they take 5 years to break ground. You dig what I'm saying? It just might be that type of party with you. Me and my family are late bloomers. My son's a late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer. My dad, all of us were late bloomers. We got hair under our armpits late and everything, right? That was just us. We matured later. We were wine. On all these other cats was beer. And it's okay because you could say, and I'm not comparing myself. I'm just saying we take a little bit more time. Like we take more time on everything, math, you name it. We just need a little bit more time. Are we slow? No. That's just who we are. And we embrace that. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't trip when I don't catch up with everybody else. I let them go first. Go ahead. I'm not tripping. That's cool with me. I'm cool. I'm learning. I'm taking my paces, right? I said something about run your own race at your own pace, but don't forget to grab the water. So if you want to sprint, there's consequences that come with that. Yeah, you'll get the glory quick, right? It'll look good, but you may burn out, right? This is a marathon. There's pit stops. You need to stop, look at the flowers. You need to take detours. You need to drink the water. You need to say hi to the fans. You need to thank your supporters. This is all part of the game. And you leave any of it out, man, your race is going to be messed up. But you're supposed to enjoy the journey. When they designed the LA marathon route, it's specifically designed to go through LA's best of the best. Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, downtown. You're going to take a tour as you're running, right? One of the whole goals of a marathon is you to pay attention to the scenery. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Not focusing on who's behind you, who's in front of you, who finished first, what place they got, this and this and that. You got to run your own damn race. It's hard though. I'm telling you, because I drift myself. I drift. I get to looking to the left and to the right, and how come I don't have it? How come he got, and why don't they do? And how come I ain't got? And when's my turn? And everybody goes through that. I'm not immune to that, but it's how you handle it and respond and understand. Right? You got to smack yourself. Right? Hey, homie, you one of a kind. That's not yours. That's his. You may be watching his. God may be showing you that, but that's not yours. Your bag is your bag. Don't trip. I got it coming for you, but you got to stop playing and just go do it. I gave you that idea 20 years ago. I gave you that idea 15 years ago. I gave you that idea on the way to 7-Eleven, dog. Why you haven't moved on it yet? I kept giving you ideas, and then I confirm it with you. You feel me? Like I keep talking that we gonna be selling chicken in the airport. Period. I ain't say I want no spot to be sitting out here. Airport, homie. That's it. And I'm gonna keep talking it until I tell you guys, like, hey man, we just signed lease papers. Period. That's it. Airport. Why? International traffic, constant traffic. Food is nasty on the planes. You'll take some of this chicken with you and back to the house. So I'll keep speaking it. So right now, what we doing, we building the brand. We building the brand, building the systems. And once that launches, I'm not scared. All right. Sorry about that. Back. Hey man, let me just tell you something about this fool. Man, let me tell you something. Whenever you getting ready to get the message, whenever you getting ready to get whatever you're supposed to get, he come with that. Prepare yourself. I had a conversation with the homie 2 nights ago. When you get close, prepare for the BS. Man, he tried to break my camera. This thing just randomly shut down. Just the random stuff, especially when you about to deliver that message. You think you want it out to public? You think you want to get everybody motivated to go try some stuff and show the world that God is 100% real and in the building, he will do whatever he can, including some technical hocus pocus. But as long as you stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing and understand that you're divine in your timing, you'll keep delivering. So as I was saying, I'm not scared now. Before I had doubts about my business acumen. You feel what I'm saying? Where I didn't know if I could actually really do what I say I'm doing. Now I'm proving this stuff. And when you prove things and you step out on God's faith, you start to develop a confidence. And that confidence is I can keep going. And that's usually when you meet business people, it's usually in that stage when they're already climbing. You don't know about them when they're in that gutter stage or in that grind mode or in that trying to figure it out and failing. Behind closed doors, ask my wife how many conversations we've had. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't fold. You can't fold. That's it. That's the key to life is not folding when it gets crazy, because it will. But I've already been through those stages, so I'm prepared for it to happen again. I'm okay with that. That's the deal. Okay, so that's gonna be a headache. Even when this thing just randomly went out just now, I was prepared for that. Okay, enemy, I know you're around, homie. I wouldn't want me talking either. You dig that? I wouldn't want me talking either. So I understand. I understand why you did that. I get it. I don't even take it personal anymore. You dig? And that's the key right there. But as I was saying, we stepping out on faith on that. We started with 2 fryers, dog. 2 fryers, homie. 2 fryers. That's it. That's all I need. 2 fryers, an idea, my mom's recipe. Boom, we gone, right? I'm gonna get in the dice game with that alone, homie. I'm good with those odds. And we in the city, cool. We'll smash from this point on. Fail, sink or swim. But we proved the model this last weekend. It was a little mini like jazz festival. Line had the longest line of the entire festival, which showed us the chicken's good. You got a model. Build on that, homie. Cool. But I had to go out. I had to convince the family to step out on faith. And we all stepped out on faith. We can do it. We all believed in this dream together. And that's what you cats need to be doing. Figure out how you can build something with. Because it's going to be lonely a lot of times. You're going to question yourself. Damn, am I doing the right thing? Damn, am I? You got to have a really good relationship with God and a really good shoulder to cry on sometimes, because you're going to need it. It gets rough out here, dog, especially when you're trying stuff. You ain't trying nothing. It's cool. It's you gravy. I can do this, and that. Nah, I'm out here trying to break barriers, homie. I'm out here trying to, when I teach as a professor, I'm trying to use my own examples. Man, I went through this last week. Man, we doing this next week. Man, we just ran that type of campaign, actual experience. So it's a little bit different because I'm in business on a day-to-day basis. And when I talk sales, I'm not talking fictitious, let's play it, role play. I'm talking, man, I don't want to hear from y'all. I'm a manager of my business, man. I do not want to hear from salespeople. Not unless you have my best interest. So there's a lot of times it shocks them. Damn, huh? Yeah, man, this isn't that type of class, dog. You need to have some relevancy or leave me the F alone. Damn, you really talk like that? Okay, well, keep going. Go talk to somebody. These business managers and business owners have egos. Not that easy to get in. So I teach them personal and professional selling at next level, right? It's a different level. So that's my claim, but that's what I do. That's my satisfaction in giving back, is me being a professor, right? But I stay in business and I try things. I always call myself the sacrificial lamb because I'm out here trying stuff, sink or swim, fail, embarrassment, all that for other people so that they can be brave, so that they can go out there and try stuff, so that they can see, oh man, D did it, man. Me and D was in the same English class together. I can do it too. Right? We ate over each other's house, man. I could do it too. I remember when D was slinging rocks, man. He can do that. I can do it too. That's a lot of times that's what we're here for. I know I consider myself that. I don't have any type of Jesus connection or God. Nah, I'm not. I'm just an example of him still being in the miracle business. That's it. I'm just his sales, like, hey, I'm still selling miracles. Look at D, right? I'm still getting it, you know what I mean? Because I shouldn't be here anyway, a few times. No joke. So this is God's blessing and God's time and a divine time. So stop playing, especially when he got you out of some stuff. You still playing around. You still waiting for the timing to be right. It's like Frogger, right? I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just wait. You got to get out there and run and hop and maneuver. You wait. You'll never cross the street. For all my Frogger fans, a lot of you guys may not remember Frogger, but you'll wait, and you'll never do anything. You got to quit waiting. You got to say, you know what? If I jump in and smack my face, so be it, man. I'll get a new nose. If I jump in, I'll lose my arm with shit. You know what I mean? I just got to learn from that. But you got to be willing to. You can't embrace the flinch. Shit, flinch. All right. And just let it go, because it's not going to be easy. It's a lot of times it's at the time where you're thinking like, this is the last time I should be starting something like this. When God's trying to prove, no, this is the perfect time. You think it's the worst time, but that's why I'm giving it to you like this, because this is the time. Everybody started the chicken, but everybody's selling Nashville hot chicken. Sell chicken wings. But everybody's got chicken wings. Not like yours. Okay. Let me you're a marketer. I've already taught you all this. I've given you all those tools a long time ago. Why don't you go in the bag? I know you probably didn't think you were going to need these. Go in the bag and grab them and start to use them. But I've already given you everything you need for this journey too, and your next 10 journeys. That's how God operates. So a lot of times we're not looking in our old bags for what we already know and what already exists, right? What tools we already have. He's given us every tool we need to become whatever we want to become. So he wouldn't have planted the seed and he didn't pull one of those batteries not included type deal, right? He includes batteries, tools, instruction. Well, now I'll say this. He does not include instructions, right? A lot of students, and my students always talking that we need more direction. No, you want somebody to lay out everything for you so that you don't have to think. Now, what God does require is that you think. So he'll plant the seed, but you're going to have to figure this shit out, right? You got to trust him, but you got to figure this stuff out. You can't be playing. You got to figure it out. I'll give you the tools. I'll give you everything you need, but I'm not going to tell you where and how to use it. You need to think for that on your own, right? Almost I'm getting on my Bruce Leroy type stuff. But for real, you got to learn how to use these. And they'll come at that time, be like, oh, slid me a shovel back when I was a kid. Now I'm gonna dig myself out of this ice trench. How did he know that I was going? Yo, all I'm gonna say is divine time. He knows everything, when it's gonna happen, before it's gonna happen. So when you late, he preventing you from stuff, right? There's a lot of things that God prevents us from that we're not even thankful for. Man, I'm late. Man, he stopped you from getting in a 5-car pileup, whether you knew it or not. I'm in touch with God, and all our conversations from here, what do they always start? They start off really wide, and then they go down to what? God. Period. And I'm not on no religious, man, go ahead and hand me some, huh? None of that kind of stuff. I'm on some, trust me, he's there. Trust me on that one. And trust me, he wants to look out for you. But you got to have faith, right? You got to believe in yourself. That's what he really wants you to do. Believe in yourself, believe in him. I know what's possible. Why? Because I'm in the building and God's in the building. When we both in the building and we both believe in what I'm on, the universe is just trying to figure out how it's going to get it to me. That's it. How's it going to come to me? You feel what I'm saying? The Will Smith thing. I want to be in the building with him. Bro's got energy that can translate to us. Period. I've seen dude talk. I've seen what he's done, looked at his life, cold thing. And he's talking about all the intricate stuff, how he went to, I didn't even know he was bankrupt. Bankruptcy and all that stuff. So he's coming to your town, Philly. I know he's coming to Philly. He's doing a few ones and he's doing a virtual one. And when you buy the ticket, you get a book with it too. So seek out those opportunities. I'm going to a TED Talk. I'm investing in intelligence, homie. I'm not investing in gold. I'm not investing in Dayton's. I'm not investing in diamonds. I'm investing in books and experiences. That's about it. Because those things are going to get me to the gold and diamonds if that was an option for me. But it's my experiences. It's the wisdom that I obtain on my journey. It's the iron that I keep hitting, right? If I hit the right iron, like Will Smith, that's a different iron I'm normally sharpening with. So now I'm about to go experience a different type of iron. If it's trash, okay, well, I learn. But I tried and I gambled on it. I told people I'm in 3 or 4 dice games, betting on myself and all of them, side bets and all that. You gotta be. You can't be in somebody else's dice game gambling and waiting on them for what? You can only make so much money. You bet on yourself. You get in 3 or 4 dice games. I'm in a hair dice game. I'm in a tour dice game. I'm in a food dice game. Period. Shooting at it. What they hitting for? Against myself. You dig what I'm saying? Against myself, not against anybody else. I'm not betting it against because nobody else has the bet that I'm looking for. So why am I gambling on them? Why am I gambling on another human? I'm gonna wait on such and such. No, I'm damn what? I'm gonna stop playing and I'm gonna just go do it. Period. That's what I'm about to go. I'm about to go make that happen. I don't know what you're talking about. What's the first step that I need to take? So right now, when I talked about that airport stuff, I've already looked at the research, the minority application process. Next thing you know, I'm gonna just go slide up there and try to figure out who I need to talk to. Who do I talk to about getting a restaurant in here? Really? Yes. Well, you need to, okay, well, let me start my process. We need to get that loan. Okay, let me start my process. Because we already have the equipment, right? We got a fryer, we just need a counter. I saw the whole setup. And the way I saw that setup and the way I tell you guys, God prepares you ahead of time. The sandwich place that I take my dad to on the base, the sandwich place, it's called Charlie's Cheesesteaks. You guys probably heard of it. But I look instead, because we like their cheesesteaks, I gotta constantly go over there and buy the sandwich. Every time I'm over there looking at the sandwich, I'm looking at their setup. I'm looking at what cooking space, how many fryers they have, how many skillets they have. So they got one skillet, one fryer with 2 baskets, and a prep table in the back for the sandwiches. That's about it. Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. Let me look at a few more of these. Subway, you about the same thing. You don't even have a deep fryer in here. And there's another place by the airport. I'm looking at restaurant layouts, small footprints. I'm on one. I know God had already planted the seed, or else I wouldn't know anything about it. Period. But I've been in airports, sitting there like, man, when we went to Seattle, they ain't had nothing. There was nothing in that international airport. Some foo stuff. I'm like, man, somebody burning some chicken right now? What? You get 4 pieces. Hey, I'm about to take these smooth on the plane. And that's where I'm at with it. So I got big ambitions. Am I putting it out there to be held accountable? Damn right. Put it on tape right here. This is recorded. So this is evidence, historical evidence, but you telling the universe, man, comply. This is what I'm after. This is what I want. This is what I need. What's up, universe? Where you at with it? And you'll watch. I'm telling you, stuff just starts magically coming to you. We got with the city, man. We're about to do another event with them, getting us on the map with the city that we do business in. Fantastic relationship. Building on that. That's gonna lead us to other stuff. Period. So you got to take advantage. You got to be cool with the way things go. Not be in a rush. Take them small steps and understand God. All it takes is one whoop, one connection, one introduction, one person to taste your chicken. We don't know who was tasting our chicken there. We have no idea. We don't know whose people is whose people. So then you could say, oh man, such and such, we get a catering job out of nowhere, out of Hollywood actress or something. My auntie had your chicken at, for real. And it be like that. That's what I'm saying. It just happens like that. Magical. We started getting stars for our hair early in the game. We got stars. Look on our YouTube. We got the girl from Bernie Mac. We had old girl from En Vogue wear because of Tony. Shout out to Tony, who was a stylist. One person. One person got me to Jay Prince. One person. And that's it. That's all it takes. But you got to believe. You got to have that undeniable faith that it's going to happen for me. It's going to happen for me. So let me stop playing. Let me start making moves, right? Because if I'm not ready when it comes, I won't even recognize the opportunity. So let me start getting ready now, right? I started learning how to tie a tie before I left undergrad because I knew I was going to be wearing ties. Sure enough, I knew how to tie a Windsor knot. By the time I was where I was supposed to be, my knots were symmetrically perfect. by the time I got where I was supposed to be. Not a day before, but by the time I got there. So the tool that he gave me a long time ago, learn this now because you're going to need it. That's how he works. He's that far in advance. That far in advance. But we play too much. We play too much. We start relying on what humans are talking about. Humans, especially the ones that aren't connected to God, have no clue what the F is going on. Let me tell you that. You might as well just be asking, you might as well ask a dog because they have no direction for you, right? So be careful in who you ask and who you confide your goals and your dreams and your aspirations to, because they may not reflect the energy that you need, right? Because it's all energy, but you need it reflected on you, right? Positive peer pressure, what we talked about at the beginning, positive peer pressure. I need positive surrounding people, the people that can do's people. Yeah, we could do that. I love those type of people. Don't you love talking to them on the phone? Okay, so what we can do is, right? The only solution that we can do. Okay, you a can do person. Nah. Yeah. Those are the ones you got to stay away from. Nah, it's yeah, nah. Okay. You're not, let's not figure this out. Let's not, you're that type of person. Well, that's okay. They have their places too, but they're just not with you in your dreams. That's not where they should reside. You dig that one? So yeah, man, you got to stop playing. We got to stop playing with life. We got to stop playing with our dreams and goals, right? These are all planted a long time ago for a reason. Whatever you wanted to become, man, don't let it sit dormant. As long as you got a flicker inside of you, man, you just need oxygen to get that fire cracking. That's it. And once you get going, keep it going. Momentum, repetition, being okay with taking days off, right? But just knowing you got that, hey, man, I need to get back on this. Hey, man, I need to get back on this. If it's a reminder, put it in your phone. If it's somebody else, tell the, hey, homie, I need you to tap back in, man, when I start falling off, man, just to let me know. You ain't got nobody like that, send me a text, homie. Send me a message. I'll remind you. I have no problem with that. That's one thing about me is I will hold you accountable, and I would hope you would do me the same way. You need accountability partners, AKA friends. That's what friends are. Accountability partners. Pull me up, dog. You get up on something, man, let me know. Is it a secret? Then we ain't friends. Oh, I need to do my own thing, homie. I need to do you then. But I'll figure it out. The universe got me anyway, homie. Never had to rely on a human. Can't nobody take credit for my hustle. That part. Was hustling before I knew any of these dudes. Period. So a lot, and that's the thing, right? How long have we been at this? I got tools and things. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I had posted this. I said, what if God took us through the game, taught us how to ride, taught us how to get home without nobody following us the whole nine, so that when we got the real bag, we're prepared. I know a lot of cats in the valley, this is where all the jewelers live, and a lot of these rich, wealthy guys, and they get followed home, they get robbed. I'm like, y'all don't, because y'all wasn't trained to move like D-boys. We was trained on this. We was doing this at 15 and 16. Now you guys are 63 years old, got your little 18-year-old or 21-year-old chick, and you riding around in your Benz and you ain't paying attention to what's popping. And these cats is hopping over your gate in your pool with the whistles. You know what I'm saying? So things that God gave us, even though they may seem like a negative, they're 100% positive. Trust me on that. And they're there for a reason. He gave you the tools to succeed. Stop playing. Stop playing. We don't have two lives. We can't, don't put it off, and I'm going to do it tomorrow. No, write it down. Start putting it in action. Get your shoes together. You work out, charge your phone, charge your earphone. Make sure your shorts is cleaned or not. It doesn't matter. But put that stuff in effect. You feel what I'm saying? If you got to write something down, what you want to get accomplished today, do a to-do list if that works for you. But whatever it is, start it. Start it now, homie. Stop playing. You'll be glad you did in 5 years. Trust me. You'll be talking about me. We coming up on our 8th year. Imagine if we stopped and everybody said, everybody's selling hair. You can't, everybody got hair. What you got? Man, please. And that's why I didn't pay any attention to that. I figured to myself, man, I know I ain't worried about what she doing. She just doing this because that's the next thing. We getting strategic with this. We coming with a different approach. Hey, homie, how can you make any money off of doing tours? I'll show you better than I can tell you. Hey, man, everybody's selling chicken. Not like this. And that's how the attitude you have to have. Not from a guy. Indeed, and man, come on. Everybody got a gift. Everybody has one. Period. Use yours and stop playing with it. Because there are a lot of people that wish they had whatever you got going, whether it's height, weight, color, opportunity, car, city, house, doesn't matter. Somebody always wanted. Somebody always looking at you because they're in the worst situation. So you need to cherish yours, homie, and stop playing. This is life, man. You don't get 2 times at it. You get 1. And you want to go. You don't want your legacy to be, man, dad shit didn't do nothing because he was afraid that he was going to fail. Nah, not my legacy. My kids gonna be like, man, dad tried everything. He literally was trying to get rich and died trying or whatever, right? Because that's how I'm going out. He tried to did everything. He did everything he could for us. Absolutely. And the best thing that I can do is become better. Period. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the best thing you can do for your circle is get better. Try stuff. Be an entrepreneur. You're gonna inspire your homies. Trust me. Trust me. And it should be vice versa, man. We should all be flossing on each other. Not in the envious sense, but trying to pull each other up. Homie, okay, you can get the pad too. What's up with the pad? You working on that? What do you need? This is what I learned from my experience. You gonna need XY credit? Let me send you my credit, lady. Boom, boom, boom. Here's a program. Here's this, here's that. You're supposed to help the homies out, not sit up there and floss on them, man. That's whack. And I see cats do it all the time, man. I'm about to just stun on you. Stun them, do nothing but make cats thirsty and hungry and envious. I want cats to be like, man, I can do that too. Whatever he doing, you can minimize it. It doesn't matter to me. My ego is in check. Minimize it, say it ain't shit. Say it's easy to do. Cool. Do it then. You don't realize how many cats come up and talk to me about that bus. Man, that bus, I had the same idea. Yeah. When you want to have a conversation about execution, let's talk. Why isn't it in motion? Because you got intimidated at what stage? At the stage that required paperwork? I had to do all kind of paperwork. Department of Transportation, Highway Patrol. I had to go get a CDL. I didn't have any intentions of getting a CDL license. None. So I wasn't prepared and knocked that, man, 2 weeks? Figured it out. Got a rent-a-van. God looked out, moved me up in line. Just did a bunch of stuff. Next thing I know, I got a CDL. Chilling with it. He ain't can drive my own bus. My destiny's in my hands. Not waiting on somebody else. I stopped playing and I just did it. That's the name of this game. Stop playing. Just do it. We got the fryers. I got the business license. We got food handlers permits. We got a supplier. We got 3 now. 3 chicken suppliers. Because I just said F it and did it. As long as I got an internet and opportunity, man, what? That's all I need. Internet and opportunity. And I'll take it from here. Because everything that I want to know now, the key to that is you got to know the right questions to ask. You don't know the right questions to ask, it could be a boatload of information. It wouldn't matter to you. Wouldn't mean much to you anyways. But when you know the right questions to ask, you know how, okay, I need to know this from this person. So Jay-Z, okay, so everybody keeps talking about the 500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z. Which one is better? It depends. What do you think you're going to get out of the relationship? I'll take the 500 grand. Because I'm going to go flip it and do something else with it. He might give me some business advice, but his advice may be so high level for me that I won't even understand it. So that's subjective. It's really up to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Which one you would take. Because advice is very subjective. Depends. Their luck may not roll out like yours. So it's hard to take their advice. It's hard to take my advice. My advice is, I try to talk to you guys about fundamental things, about ways to think. about ways to break through things, about how to get over obstacles, about how to start and finish. Not anything about specifics, because my luck is mine and yours is yours, right? But it's that relationship with God and the universe that's going to get us there. That will conclude our weekly tap in for this week. Glad you guys tapped in with your boy, man. As always, make sure you guys hit the subscription, man. Thank you for those who are already subscribed to our podcast on iTunes and also our YouTube. If you haven't, please do so at your earliest convenience. It means the world to us. And we will see you guys next week. Tapping out.